Hello, everybody. Today we're going to be looking at quite an interesting scenario. We're going to be looking at a scenario where the three superpowers, which I'm going to call superpowers because, well, they're heavily nuclear armed, strong militaries, etc. Anyway, are going to have a, we're going to have a country draft. So yes, America, Russia, China. Those are our three superpowers. Obviously, if you wanted to expand it to five, you could include India, and France or Japan or South Korea. No, not South Korea. Well, India, France, Japan, UK, Germany, any of these lot, or Brazil or something. So, or even it's okay. So yeah, these are three superpowers, and they're gonna be having a country draft with the rest of the world. We're gonna be starting off with who I believe is still the strongest country in the world. It's gonna go from red to orange to red, no, green to yellow to orange. Green is strongest, and yellow is second strongest. So we'll start with America, because as much as I don't want to say it, they are. So yeah, America is going to be taking number one spots. So they're going to be getting the color green. Doesn't really look good on America, I would have said. But yeah, these countries get to pick any country they want until we get through the whole thing. And obviously, I'm going to speed it up because it would take years otherwise. And yeah. So we've got the United States here in green. And I think you know who's coming next. China in yellow. Oh my, we can't do that, can we? Orange. China in orange. Yep. They are the second strongest country in the world. I know people don't say that, but I believe they are. And finally we have Russia, of course. We're not giving them Crimea because yeah, I don't want to. They've got enough land already. They don't need anything else. They've got enough empty land that they could realistically use, and resources, whatever. So obviously, Russia and China overlap with allies, which is going to be quite interesting to look out for. So yes, this is our main three countries in the world, and they take up a lot of land. So let's see what is going to happen here. Goodbye, San Juan. It just looked ugly anyway. Now, okay, we're going to start with the strongest countries, and when we get to the weaker ones, we will obviously... Alright then, sorry about that. We'll obviously do the, yeah. So, America is going to go ahead and invite the UK. Because it's a good location. Not saying that they're the strongest country, that's not what I'm saying at all. But it's nice to have a nuclear armed nation in Europe. So, yep. Fantastic. The UK has been added to them. China is now going to go for their pick, taking the country of North Korea. Nearby, you get it. They're nuclear armed once again. It'll be good for China. And Russia is going to be taking Belarus. Just because. Yeah, alright. Keep going here with America taking the country of Canada for their vast resource wealth. But yes, this is going to be quite a long video, so make sure you're comfortable, have some popcorn, etc. Okay, that sounded really stupid. Anyway, Canada. Now, I wonder who you think it's going to be quite difficult. Who would China realistically go for? They could go for anyone. They could go for them. But I think I'm going to say China is going to go with, drumroll please, Pakistan. That's a big shot here, but that's exactly what they need. Access to the Indian Ocean through over here, a new port, Karachi, and another nuclear armed nation. Now, Russia is going to take Iran. Makes sense, right? They're pretty good allies, etc. Now, going back to America. America is going to be taking France. Understandable, right? And we're going now straight back to China. Ooh, this is quite an interesting pick, but China is going to be going with Myanmar as well. Not because they're strong, I'm not saying that at all, but Myanmar gets more access to the ocean. And Russia, vice versa, is going to go with Syria. Not because they're friends anymore, I know that, but they're still going to take Syria. Going straight back to America, they're going to keep picking the European theme. Now going with Turkey. A good pickup here. Very strong European nation. This is going to give them access to this region over here. Now we're going to go with China, who needs another counterbalance in this region. So they are going to grab Saudi Arabia. That's a very interesting pick, but we're just trying to counterbalance each other here, right? And now Russia is very upset about what China just did there. So they're going to go ahead and recruit Kazakhstan. Now we're going straight back to America, who is going to continue with the European theme, picking up the nation of Germany. Now we go back to China, who has quite an interesting decision to make. They pick up Sri Lanka once again because it's a very strategic location. You know what I mean? Anyway, Russia is now starting to run out of options, but they're going to just get their allies in before China does, and they're going to pick up Venezuela, who they are going to personally arm themselves. And I'd say if you were doing this in a scenario with no nukes, you give these guys a year to warm themselves up. Russia sends some military equipment over here, etc. Going back to Europe, America does not like the entrance of Venezuela, but they'll be able to deal with Venezuela on their own. So they're going back to Europe, picking up the nation of Poland because of the border with Russia, right? Now China has a very interesting pick on their hands, and they are going to go with Indonesia. Because I know Indonesia in the past has been flirting with America, flirting with China, especially in like the 70s, or how the height of the communist, height of the Eastern Bloc in the late 70s, early 80s during the Cold War under Brezhnev, when the communist world was pretty large, expanding into Africa. And I think they also were very close, if not already had expanded into Indonesia. Well, Indonesia was definitely on the domino effect or whatever. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, that's a very interesting pickup because that's expanding their influence in the sea over here. Now, Russia, once again, has an interesting decision to make. And they're going to go ahead and pick up the nation of Serbia. Because we haven't had Serbia yet, have we? So, America, once again, staying in the region. They are now going to go with Italy. They've been doing mostly all Europe, but they're just trying to get the strong European countries out of the way first. See here, China is going to go back to it, and they're going to select the nation of Malaysia. Very interesting. Nice. And we have Russia once again, so they're going to go with Uzbekistan. Now we have the United States going with the nation of Japan. Now going away from Europe as they want to try and conserve some influence in Asia. Not yet South Korea. Not yet. But this is a country draft, so remember, there is a chance that enemies could be forced to work together. So China, on the orange, is going to now pick up the nation of Bangladesh. Interesting one, but it seems like the thing we know where that's going. And Russia is going to go with the nation of Azerbaijan to connect them up with Iran. America again, and now they go with the Philippines. Good pick because this allows them more access over here. Now, China doesn't like what they're doing here, so they're going to pick Vietnam. Vietnam does not necessarily want to work with China, but well, they're communist friends, and China's been nice to them. So Vietnam's like, fine, why not? I mean, they don't have a choice anyway, because I'm deciding who's going on who, and Russia is going to go with Iraq to connect them up with Syria. Interesting here. America knows that the Middle East is quite an important zone for them, so they're going to pick up the nation of Morocco. Interesting. Now we've got China, who is going to go ahead and pick up the nation of the UAE. You know, it's a good port. It's got Fujairah, whatever. And Russia, who has not got much options left, but they're going to just pick up Turkmenistan. It's a good... And oil or gas, I forgot which one it is. I think it's gas, a gas-rich country as well. And another path open to the Middle East. So Russia's just kind of building up the ex-Soviet sphere. Now, America is going to go back to Europe. Or are they? Nope, they're going to finally take up their opportunity to get South Korea, as they want to make sure they can get that out of the way to keep their Asian theater going for as long as possible. They realize Southeast Asia's almost gone, so they're not going to try and recruit that. And this is exactly why we see China picking up Thailand. They haven't really had the... I don't know. I wouldn't have said they were the best of friends, but I don't remember how many times they fought against each other. So, yeah, not too awful. And Russia is going to pick up Armenia. Go back to America, who is now going to pick up the nation of Taiwan. We're saying it's a country, full stop. China is going to just fill out the rest of Southeast Asia, picking up Laos. Russia goes with a surprising pick, taking the nation of Bulgaria into their sphere. We have America now picking up the nation of India. It's a counterbalance for the region. Very, 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 very big pull there for America. Exactly what they needed to keep their Asian hopes alive, as now they have a new superpower to fight over here. China is extremely pissed off about that. They did not like what they were doing here. And they realized they might need some more firepower. So they go ahead and pick up the nation of Afghanistan. I know they're not that strong, but whatever. Russia continues to go with Europe, now picking the nation of Hungary. Interesting. America, Austria, to help with Central Europe, right? China is going to go ahead and pick up the nation of Brazil, which America is like, whoa, Brazil, I thought you were friends. And they were like, yeah, I know, but Vietnam and China aren't friends, etc., but they're on the same team. So, but that is a very big pickup, as now America has a huge enemy to fight in South America. And now South America and Africa are going to be explored as new areas of combat. Russia, seeing this, is going to just go ahead and take Cuba with them, away from China. So they've got oil coming in, which is good. But China does as well. And China is going to go ahead and pick up the nation of Qatar. Wait, not yet. No. America is going to pick up Spain. Good pickup, I'd say. Access to the Strait of Gibraltar, etc. China goes ahead, as we said already, picks up Qatar. Russia does a very interesting move and picks up Algeria. America didn't exactly like that, so they're going to go ahead and pick up Tunisia to kind of stop them around. And now we have China once again, who is going to go with the nation of Oman. They're just trying to secure the Middle East, have as many ports in and out so they can keep importing and exporting as possible, sending in weapons from Pakistan, going in like this, despite the Strait of Hormuz closure, which I'm sure would be happening at this point. Very interesting. And Russia is going to go with Lebanon. You know where we're going here. I'm sorry, I know you may not like it, but America is going to pick the nation of Israel because it was coming eventually, wasn't it? China has a very interesting look now. Who did they go for? Nepal. Wait. Yeah, okay. And Russia is going to go with the nation of Romania. That's a nice little block they're following up in Europe here. And America doesn't like that, so they're going to go in with Ukraine. It's a very good pick there, just to make sure they get that done and dusted. China is now going to continue to move into South America, picking up the nation of Peru. America is very against this. There's nothing they can do, really. Russia goes ahead and picks up Nicaragua. Once again, it's even more distractions for the United States to face. And if they arm them well enough, they could even fire missiles at the US mainland, which they don't like as well. So America is going to respond to this by getting Colombia. That's not the right color. Colombia in their alliance. South America is heating up very interestingly now. China is going to go now into Africa, picking up the nation of Nigeria. That's a good pick. I'd say that's a good pick, personally. And we have Russia going in and taking Ethiopia. Another good pick, if you'd say so. America is going to stick in the region, picking up the country of South Africa. I know they've been moving eastwards, but they're still a western-ish country, so what to do? China is going to go with the nation of the Congo as well. And now they're picking up Africa here. And we see Russia going with, the nation of Egypt. They're trying to surround the Middle East, and it's going well. We also see America pick up the nation of Finland up here in the north. Now we have Russia. Ooh. Kyrgyzstan. I don't know about the exclaves here, so we're just going to say they're all part of Tajikistan. I know they're not, but we are going to say that. Going back to the USA. Wait, have we done China? No, we haven't. Okay. China's going to go with the nation of Kuwait. And then Russia goes for Kyrgyzstan. Now we go back to the USA. Who is going to go with the nation of Sweden? Sorting out that northern bound here. We have China once again, so they're going to go with the nation of Sudan. Interesting. And Russia is going to continue with this, getting the nation of Somalia. Just so they have coastal access, right? America does not like how Africa is going for them, so they pick up the nation of... There's not many strong nations left. If there are any, there isn't. So they're just going to go with the nation of Norway. Another good pick. Very good resources, etc. Good to have on the team. And why not? China picks up the nation of Libya as well. And Russia, who has... It's going to go with Albania. America sees this, doesn't like it, and goes with the nation of Greece. A solid pick there. That's going to help secure the southern frontier. China continues to build up Africa, now going with the nation of Cameroon. And Russia goes with the nation of Mali. In Europe, we see the Americans pick up the nation of Cyprus. A very important military base. That's a good strategic move for them. China now goes with the nation of Madagascar because it threatens a lot of things over here. They can use it as a military naval base once they obviously develop harbors. But I'm sure if they sent a bunch of workers over, they could build a new military base, naval base in Madagascar. Russia now recruits Kenya. Going quite interesting. But America doesn't want to lose Africa entirely, so they do go with the nation of Tanzania to stop this advance. China now goes with the Central African Republic. It's not quite a weak country, but it connects them up throughout all of Africa. And Russia goes with Niger in response. In Europe, and America actually is going to go with one more country, going with Mozambique to connect them up here. China makes a ballsy move and picks up the nation of Lesotho, because it's quite a high country, so they would be able to fight a lot of guerrilla warfare against the South Africans. That's going to piss them off a lot, actually. But Russia is going to go with the Ivory Coast. America is going to try and finish off Europe, going with the nation of Lithuania. China hasn't got many options left, but they can still have some. Going with Cambodia. Sort it off. And Russia goes with Tajikistan. So you can finally sort out this ugly mess in Europe. If I can. This is actually going to be a 2-part video, so enjoy. Yeah, because it's too long. I think you understand, right? Anyway. America, again, is going to go with the nation of Jordan. China is now going to go with the nation of Chad. Russia goes with the nation of Moldova. America responds by adding Georgia to the mix. China picks up the nation of Bolivia. Russia picks up the nation of Honduras. Why not? And America is also going to add Argentina to this list as well down here. Fantastic. So they did Argentina. Who's China going to do? Oh, they did. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get confused with who's actually going. China goes with the Congo, the other Congo. Russia goes with Burkina Faso. America goes with Czechia. China goes with Yemen. Very important. This is going to stop all trade down here. Russia goes with Kosovo because we're saying it's different. America goes with Croatia. China goes with South Sudan. Russia goes with Ireland. Very, very weird pick, but they're just hoping because they hate the UK that would be their motivation here. And yes, it does work as they pick up the nation of Ireland. America's like, what the hell are you doing? So they pick up the nation of Slovakia. Nope. China's like, hey, I want to join in. So they go ahead and pick the nation. I know they said they were going to join in, but they're not actually. Pick the nation of Zambia. And Russia goes with Mauritania. America doesn't want to completely lose Africa again, so they pick the nation of Angola. China goes with Gabon. Russia goes with Guinea. America goes with Latvia. China goes with Djibouti. And Russia goes with Eritrea. I'm sorry, Djibouti, you're going to get absolutely smashed by Ethiopia. America goes with a strategic pick, picking the nation of Namibia. China picks Malawi. Russia picks Uganda. America picks Botswana. China picks Zimbabwe. Russia picks Rwanda. China picks the Republic of Equatorial Guinea. Oh no, they just did Rwanda. And America, I know this is off order, but America goes with Estonia. China did Equatorial Guinea, and Russia goes with Bosnia. America goes with Macedonia. China, we're almost finished with Africa, goes with Benin. Russia goes with Montenegro. It's got a little Balkan front forming in down here. America makes sure that they have another gap in here. Picks the nation of Slovenia. China goes with a strategic one, going with the nation of Palestine. It's a country. Finish. And Russia goes with the nation of Mongolia. Interesting pick there. America is going to now try and finish off Europe, going with the nation of the Netherlands. China goes with Togo. Russia goes with... Who else do we even have? Mexico. Ooh. Feisty. America was not expecting that to happen, so quite naive of them, but now they've got another big country on their hands. So what can they really do to Russia? Not much. Really not much. But they're just going to get Greenland. No, they're going to get Denmark and Greenland. Because it's Greenland. We love Greenland. Okay. So yes. Greenland is going to go ahead and be taken over by the United States military. Interesting. China takes the country of... Oh. Okay. Zoom out there, buddy. China takes the country of Paraguay. Russia takes the country of... Panama. Oh, America really doesn't like that. So the USA picks the nation of Chile. Chile. Same thing. China picks Ecuador. Russia picks Haiti for some reason, but they do. So, yeah, we're going with Haiti. America picks the Dominican Republic. China picks Costa Rica. Russia picks Guatemala. America picks Guyana. China picks El Salvador. Russia picks Belize. And finally, I think we're almost finished here. America picks Jamaica. China picks Suriname. Russia picks the Bahamas, which is even closer to American territory than Cuba. So Americans are panicking right now. Oh, I forgot French Guiana. Whatever, that's okay. South America has now... Oh, I forgot one. Who did I do next? Bahamas, okay. America, Uruguay. China now has to go back to Africa. Going with the nation of Ghana. Russia goes with Liberia. America goes with Senegal. China goes with Sierra Leone. Russia goes with Guinea-Bissau. And just to finish it off, America is going to go with Cape Verde. There's the one. China goes with Burundi. And Russia goes with Gambia. Just pissing off the US even more. America doesn't want any more headaches, so they pick the nation of Swaziland, Eswatini, whatever you want to call it. China goes with the nation of Bhutan. And Russia goes with Papua New Guinea for some reason. Why not? So America immediately goes for the nation of Australia, just to ensure that they've got a good base over here. China takes Timor-Leste to ensure Indonesia's safety. Russia doesn't have many options left at all, do they? So they're going to take Iceland. Whoa. I'm sure America would have picked that already, but we're going to say they didn't. That's incredibly interesting. how they would do with Iceland as a military base. So America is like, okay, we're done. That's not happening anymore. So after New Zealand, they're going full European mode. Oh no, actually, maybe not, because China is going for Brunei, and Russia doesn't have any more options left. So they're gonna keep meddling with Europe, and they're gonna pick the country of Switzerland. Whoa, that is such a weird pick. And yeah, we don't care about Liechtenstein, do we? I'm sorry. The microstates don't need to get picked; they can just get absorbed, right? America's like, what the are you doing? So they're gonna go with the nation of Belgium. China. Just gonna go with the Solomon Islands. And Russia does need a Pacific base. However, so they go with the nation of Palau. If we can even see Palau under there. That's so small, I can barely even like... Okay, they're gonna go with Palau. Okay, America's like, alright, let me just sort out Portugal, which is exactly what they do, picking up the nation of Portugal. China consolidates the Pacific, now going for Vanuatu. This is actually part of the American team. Russia goes with Micronesia. That's also American territory. Maybe I should just put a little thing saying Russia. Russia. Because it's going to be hard to remember, right? America doesn't like this growing Pacific interest, but they're going to quickly sort out Luxembourg to ensure that all of Europe is done, which it is. So now we've only got the Caribbean left, but whatever. China goes with Trinidad. Russia goes with, I don't know. We're going to ignore you, Caribbean. I'm sorry. I'm from the Caribbean, but just it's too much. I can't do every single little one of you guys. It's not like you can do anything. America just lands 100, 200 troops on there and you're dead. That's it. Or if you're got a higher population, maybe 10,000 troops and you're still dead. So, exactly. So they've done that. China has got a very, 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 very strategic pick, taking the Seychelles. And Russia takes the nation of Comoros. But remember, this is American team territory, so... Yeah, we're turning capitals off. And Russia is going to continue expanding in the Pacific, now going with the Marshall Islands. Yeah. I definitely remember what they were called for that time. Russia. America really does not like this, but they have to ensure that the Indian Ocean is secured, so they go with the nation of Mauritius. China now goes for Fiji, which is quite a big blow. And Russia takes Nauru. Sure, enjoy Nauru. Russia. And even alone, the draft has taken a really long time to do. Now, we've got the last few countries here. America has sorted out everything else, so now they can fully focus on the Pacific. And they are going to do just that, taking the nation of Kiribati. Or, for people that don't know how to pronounce it, which is fine, because I always thought it's Kiribati, and so I found out it wasn't. Kiribati. Kiribati. USA. China is going to go with the nation of Tonga. China. And Russia. Whoa, is that Tuvalu? Or have they already got Micronesia? They got Palau. Now, okay, Russia. And I don't know what that is at all. That is Niue. Is that Tokolo? I don't know. And America's going to take Samoa. What is this? I've never even heard of these places. I can't think of anything else. Alright, let's have a quick look. I'll be right back. Okay, that is the last country on our map that we are going to be actually considering as a real country. This is Niue or the Cook Islands or something. So USA, 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 USA. Because these are all territories of like New Zealand and France and stuff. And they already took Kiribati, which is an important pick. So yes, this is what we have. If you enjoyed this episode and you are looking forward to seeing part 2, which will either come the same week this is releasing or the week after, drop a like on the video. It helps. Thank you. Goodbye.